Hello and welcome to the 100th episode of the Online Course Creator Show. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. And I actually cannot believe that this is the 100th episode. It's actually a really hard word to say. Anyway, it feels kind of surreal because when I started this podcast, my top goal was to get to 100 episodes. And here I am. It just doesn't really feel real. And in another sense, it really feels like I'm just getting started. My goal for the first 100 episodes was simply to get there. It was about being consistent and showing up and sharing my knowledge. And I feel like there's so much more opportunity to make this podcast better, considering that was my goal, right? But yeah, I think I'm going to do a big episode on everything about getting to 100 episodes soon. But today, I'm actually going to do a deep dive into my new program, Moneymakers, which feels really fitting for the episode 100 to actually be talking about Moneymakers because I feel like this program has been a very, very long time coming. If you've been listening to the show, which if you're here, I assume that you have been, then you'll know that I have worked very closely with clients over the years in one-on-one and group programs. And everything that I've learned, everything that I've used myself in launching, and I actually started helping my clients launch way back when I had my Done For You marketing agency back in about 2015. And at that point, online courses were pretty new, launching was pretty new, and sales funnels were really new as well. So yeah, I've been doing it for a long time. And Moneymakers is the culmination of everything I know works based on that experience. It's not everything I've ever done, of course, because I've stripped out the stuff that wasn't successful. And it is purely the step-by-step system of what does work and what's really effective and will not stop working because it's built on timeless strategies that are going to continue to work no matter what. So I'm sharing a deep dive with you today. I'm so happy that you're here. And if you're interested in the program, then this is definitely the episode for you. This week, I've also done 3 masterclasses. So if you join me on one of these masterclasses, I'm so happy that you got to join me live. But I've also got some news. I'm actually going to be popping the replay of the masterclass on the podcast tomorrow morning. So right now when I'm recording this, it's Friday evening here in Australia. Tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, my time, I'm going to be popping the replay up onto the podcast so you can listen there as well. Now, I have sent the replay out to everyone that signed up for the masterclass, so that should be in your inbox. But if you would rather actually pop your headphones in and go for a walk and listen to it as a podcast, that's a really good idea. And you'll be able to do that from tomorrow morning. Now, this is a limited time podcast, so you will actually only be able to listen to it for a limited time. And on Friday next week, it's actually going to come back down off the podcast. So make sure you listen to that as soon as you can. So as you can imagine, I have been doing a lot of talking this week. 3 masterclasses in 1 week is no joke. And I have to say, I did have to have a few throat lozenges before I did this episode today because I feel like my voice is getting a little bit worn out, but I should be absolutely fine. So I wanted to share with you all about Moneymakers today as a deep dive so that if you're thinking about it and you're interested in the program, you can listen to this episode and know exactly what's in it, what the deal is, when to sign up, how much it is, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's what this episode is going to give you. And I'm not going to make it super long, okay, because I want this to be just really informative, factual of what's in Moneymakers, what you can expect, what the outcome's going to be, that kind of thing. Okay. Now, Moneymakers, as I said before, is my step-by-step system teaching you exactly how to launch from start to finish. So if you are thinking about creating an online course or some other digital product and you need to know how to sell it, then this is going to help you immensely. So it is the simple, repeatable and proven sales strategy to sell your online course in a way that feels good for you while generating cash on demand. Now, Inside Moneymakers is absolutely everything you need to launch. And for this particular round, it is actually a live experience. What that means is that you get a weekly calls as we go through, and you have me in your corner. You have the access to me every single week to hop on a call, ask questions, get further training beyond what's in the program, and really have that accountability as we move through the process as a group. It is designed so that you are actually taking action as we go. However, if you are someone who does want to use it just to get their ducks in a row and then you actually launch afterwards, that is totally fine as well. You definitely can choose how you want to use it. You can show up to every call live and ask questions, or you can just sit back, watch the replays, that kind of thing. Like, I'm not forcing group participation, but all of those extra things are there for those of you who need it. So there's a few things that you can expect to achieve with Moneymakers. Firstly, by launching, you're actually going to grow your audience and brand because you are launching and making money all at the same time. I'm a huge fan of launching right now, where you're at with what you've got, and not waiting until you have the perfect time or the perfect audience, because that never actually comes, right? So through launching your course inside this program, you are going to grow your audience as a result and grow your brand while also making money. You will also create an asset, being that online course or other digital product. You will create that asset that doesn't require that heavy delivery from you. So in this program, you're going to create it once and then have that asset in your business that you can then sell on repeat. You're also going to build this proven system of launching into your own business that then you can repeat again and again for sustainable growth over the long term. So there is literally no limits once you learn the system and implement it in your business. You're also going to be able to position yourself as an authority and thought leader in your industry, opening up a world of opportunities for future growth. There's 4 distinct stages that we move through inside Moneymakers. And these are pre-recorded videos. This part is self-study. And you get lifetime access to these. So you can log in anytime, anywhere, and go through the training at your own pace. However, in this live cohort, we will also be moving through it together. So in phase 1 of the money-making curriculum, you're really going to be finalizing your offer. So if you've come into this program and you've got an inkling of what you want to offer, or you've got no idea, this is where we really run that through the dream offer blueprint and make sure that it is going to be a great offer that people want and people are willing to pay for, and also that you love, right? Now, if you have an offer already, but it's not selling, or you haven't really given it a chance to sell, like maybe it's just been on your website, then you should absolutely go through this process as well. And I will help you make your offer even more amazing. In this phase, you're also going to learn about the 3 different launch types and choose the right one for you based on your circumstances. Then we're going to dive deep into the messaging framework that really sets you up in terms of what your messaging is going to be, and that's going to help you with the entire launch. And you're also going to build your high converting sales page using my sales page framework. Then we're going to move into phase 2 of the money making curriculum, which is where you get your launch runway up and running. This is the period before you actually start launching, where you are warming up your audience online. So I will show you exactly what to do when through that stage. During this time, you're also going to be building out what your high converting launch event looks like. So that's your masterclass or your boot camp or your challenge. I'm going to be taking you through the process where we actually very strategically craft out what is going to be inside that launch event to actually move people from just being in your audience, just being followers, to actually wanting to purchase what you're offering. And during phase 2, we're also going to dive into promoting that live launch event so that you can attract as many people as possible. And I'm going to show you how to do that using my ACA content framework. So you will know what to say each and every day that you're promoting that to your audience and also building your audience at the same time. So that is phase 2. Now, at this point, we are pretty well into the launch, right? So phase 3 is actually when you run your live launch event. So that is your masterclass, your webinar, or your challenge or your boot camp. So there is instructions on how to put this together, exactly how to run each day, depending on what you actually choose, on what type of launch event you actually choose. And after that live launch event, you're actually going to open the doors to your new program. You're going to make your first sales and welcome in your new students. So by phase 3, we're really right in the middle of it, okay? And I'm going to help you with this based on that ACA content framework again. So we also use it to promote your course when the doors are actually open, okay? And that teaches you exactly what to say, when to say it through every single stage of that open doors period. So you'll know what to say on day 1 and day 3 and day 5. For example, you'll just be able to look it up and know exactly what to do and when. Now, phase 4 is the final phase, and by now we've actually done most of the work, and it's just simply a process of closing the doors. Then you're going to sit back and do a really good download and a very thorough debrief of exactly what happened, when it happened, and this is a exercise in gathering information of how your launch went, looking at the numbers, because the truth is in the numbers, not in our emotions. And you are going to be able to walk away with a very, very clear plan on exactly how you are going to repeat the launch process in 2 to 3 months from this point. But you're going to do it from a position of actually having feedback, having that data, and you're going to be able to use that in your next launch to make it even better. Okay, so the idea is that you learn this process, then you have the knowledge in your business, and since you have lifetime access to this program, you can keep diving into the resources over time as you rinse and repeat that process, because I'm a true believer that it's not a one launch thing. You are launching with the intention to keep launching at least 3 to 4 times a year to get the results that are really going to make a huge difference to your business over time. So Moneymakers is absolutely perfect for you if you're a thought leader, creative, or expert, and you know you have something valuable that you want to share. It's also perfect for you if you know that you need a scalable offer in your business and potentially you would like to grow another revenue stream, or maybe you want to give up your one-on-one altogether. So you could be feeling burnt out and sick of being on the hamster wheel with clients all the time. You're done with repeating yourself. You're done with your calendar being full and you want another option in your business. It's also perfect for you if you're craving more time and freedom. Creating this type of offer in your business and being able to sell it with a system that works is going to free up so much of your time and basically give you a completely different lifestyle than what you have when you are sitting at your desk 24/7 delivering work to clients. And it's also perfect for you if you really want to scale up your business, because it is giving you that new revenue stream, but also a really effective way to sell it. Now, Moneymakers can work for you even if you've got a small audience. You just need to be prepared to start moving forward from where you're at. And you don't need to be good at tech, right? I give you the step-by-step on that side of things, so don't let that hold you back. And it's also perfect for you if you're not sure what your offer should be, because I help you with that inside the program. So here's a breakdown of what you get, what's included with the specific round of Moneymakers, the live experience. So you get that money-making curriculum, which is those 4 phases that I just walked you through. So everything that you need to worry about during those 4 phases is included. Then with this live experience, I am offering 12 weeks of weekly calls where you can come on, get extra training, ask me questions, have accountability with the rest of the crew. And those are going to be on Zoom. And that is really the big addition with this round. Now, this is something that I don't generally offer with this program, okay? There's also going to be a supportive private Facebook community where you can ask questions, share your wins, and talk to the other members. Now, I also include easy to follow processes. So anything that has a step-by-step process, you will be able to follow that process step by step. So those easy to follow processes are there. And I also have a tech library with step-by-step tutorials. So if you are fearing the tech, this is going to be your best friend. Very step-by-step. I have those in video form and PDF. So you can watch videos to learn how to do things, or you can follow the documents as well. Now, in addition to those things, I also have 4 amazing bonuses that are really going to make a big difference to your experience. So the first bonus is plug and play email launch templates. So these are my tried and true email launch templates ready for you to use. So for every email you need to send in your launch, there is a template. Now, I believe these can really save you a huge amount of time. And they're literally plug and play. So you just simply add your details, make it sound like you, and then send. Okay. Bonus 2 is the online course creation masterclass, which is your fast track to quick and simple course creation. So this is all about how to actually create those course lessons. I'm going to share with you productivity tips and tricks to make course creation easy and organized and streamlined so you can keep on top of it. And I'm also going to share with you some simple tech and tools that you can use to create your content to make it affordable and very easy for you to create good looking videos and course content. So this whole bonus is going to make creating your lessons very easy. Now, bonus 3 is the Create Your Dream Offer mini course. And this is what we use to help you come up with your offer, or if you already have an offer, to make it even better. And we do that using the Dream Offer Blueprint. And by going through this process, you can save yourself months of heartache by creating the right offer from the start rather than going down the wrong track and wasting your time, because the goal is a money-making program, right? And finally, bonus 4 is the Nourish Your Nervous System breathwork audios from breathwork facilitator Kirsten Morrison. So these 2 breathwork audios have actually been specifically created by Kirsten, custom made for this program. So these breathwork audios are all about supporting your nervous system so that you can use them to relax and recenter yourself when you're showing up and sharing yourself and your knowledge with the world as you go through the launching process. So they are custom made for this program. Now, on another note, I believe that mindset is a very big part of launching, and I have actually built into every single module in the program that there is a mindset lesson of what you can almost be expecting to come up during that week, because I've done this process with people so many times that, and I've seen the repetitive things that come up at different stages of a launch, and I help you move through that. So that's all inside the course as well. So here's a summary of what you get. You get that money-making curriculum. You get the weekly calls and Q&A on Zoom. You get the supportive private Facebook community. You get the easy to follow processes. You get the tech library with the step-by-step tutorials, and you get those 4 bonuses. So the first bonus is that plug and play email launch template. The second bonus is the online course creation masterclass. Bonus 3 is the Create Your Dream Offer mini course. And bonus 4 is the Nourish Your Nervous System breathwork audios. Now that comes to over $10,000 worth of value with what is included. So I wanted to share the pricing with you. So you can come into this round, this live round of Moneymakers, for just $997. So there is actually no extra additional cost for those weekly calls, and it could be the big thing that makes the biggest difference. Okay, and I also have a very affordable payment plan, which means that you can get started for just $275 today. So there we have it. That is the deep dive into Moneymakers. As I said, it is a live experience, so you can expect to get a lot more from this round of Moneymakers than you would if you were just doing it self-study. You're going to get much more assistance from me, much more support from me, and also that community alongside you as well. If you're interested in joining, you can just go to loublakely.com/M. Now, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, I can't believe this is episode 100, and I can't wait to actually sit down and fully debrief and think about, what it's taken to get to 100 episodes, because let me tell you right now, it has not been easy at times, but it has been hugely rewarding and hugely enjoyable. And if you are a regular listener, I want to thank you so much for being here. It's very much appreciated. I always love hearing from you. So don't hesitate to come over to Instagram and share with me that you're a listener. And also, if you've got any questions about Moneymakers, you can come over to Instagram and ask me a question there as well. You can find me at @LouBlakely_. And don't forget, I will be putting that masterclass replay up on the podcast tomorrow morning. If you want to have a listen, I recommend that you do so as soon as possible. Thanks again for listening. Have a great evening wherever you are in the world. Bye. Thanks, course creators and go-getters. You're incredible, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit subscribe in your podcast app so you don't miss an episode. If you'd like to find out more about what I offer, head across to loublakely.com. See you next time.